All right, we're being joined by Philadelphia Union midfielder Jack McGlynn. Jack, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay. I mean, obviously you're doing better than us. You had a chance to play in your first playoff game last week. What was it like to play in that playoff game, and what was it like to go through that whole crazy experience that happened at the end?
Yeah, it was a crazy game. I mean, the fans were amazing. Like the atmosphere was electric. The stakes were like win or go home. So just coming onto the field, I knew my job. So I just knew what I had to do, and it's a good thing we got the win.
What's that experience like for you? You've come through the homegrown system, gotten a lot of firsts this year in the MLS. All of a sudden, now you're before that crowd. Jeff and I have been there in the stadium before. I haven't seen it shaking like that many times. What was that like for you to like look around? Did you take it in and be like, "Oh man, this is real"?
Yeah, yeah. When we were walking back from when we scored, I was looking around and like the whole stadium was jumping and shaking. There was like yellow smoke everywhere. So it was just crazy to see.
Did you guys check and see how fast Coach Curtin was running down the sideline there to get into that dog pile? Because he did a good sprint there.
Yeah, I didn't see. I was sprinting over too, but I saw the video of it. It was funny.
What's
It,
it
it
been like? What's it been like to play with him?
Oh,
Play
I think
for
he's a
him,
great.
actually. I mean, you get to run with him on the sidelines after celebrations, but during the game, what has been like to play for a guy that he has said about you that you have an incredible soccer IQ? What's it been like to learn from him, going from your early days when you were in the homegrown program to now being in the playoffs?
Yeah, I think he's a really great coach. I mean, he teaches me a lot every day, both in training and in the game. He helps me out a lot. He gives me a lot of confidence. I mean, he just shows confidence putting me in a playoff game like that, which it gives me a lot of confidence when I step on the field. So I learn from him every day.
What was your view of the shot from Jacob Glesnes? It seemed like the tension, in the 123rd minute, people are expecting it to end and go to penalty kicks there. All of a sudden, just a rocket. What was your view of that all?
I was running back because they cleared the header away, so I was ready to get back, and I'm running back, and I was on the left of him, so I just see the ball go in the air. I was like, oh, I knew it was Jacob, so I knew I had a chance of going in. So it was just crazy.
Were you getting prepared? Was your mindset that you were about to go to a shootout, or did you think that there was any chance that this game was going to end before that?
I definitely thought we always had a chance of scoring. I mean, I think we were the better team for the whole game. We had more chances than them. We had two really good chances in overtime, so I always thought we had to score. And then, but in the back of my head, I knew I wanted to take a penalty. I knew where I was going to go just in case.
What's it like to want to take that penalty, to be that guy, to know that you want the ball on your foot with the chance to win the game before that crowd?
I just think it's all about confidence because, like, after training, I usually take two or three penalties each side, just practicing for when the moment comes. So I was confident if we had to go there.
This game though wasn't your first experience in a big atmosphere. You had your debut in the Champions League against Deportiva Saprissa. What was that experience like for you?
Yeah, it was surreal. Just getting my name called from warming up. I was just thinking of all like the hard work I've been in throughout my career and getting ready for that moment. So then when I got subbed on, there was a big roar from the crowd and just gave me a lot of confidence and happiness.
When do you sit there and go, wow, this is real? Is it when they uh call you and say you've been selected? Is it when they hand you your first jersey with your name on the back? Or is it when you're standing in the arena and they call out your name?
I think when they call your name in the arena and all the fans cheer for you, it really it gets you like happy and confident and excited.
We've been lucky enough to have a couple of your teammates who have come through the Union Academy, played for the under 17 squad at times. What's it like for you guys to experience this together? We had Paxton on earlier this season, a lot of firsts for you guys, and you're not doing it alone. How is that like to have people with you that have gone through it?
Yeah, me, Paxton, and Quinn all played on the same U17 team, so we all know how each other play, each other's strengths. So like when we're all on the field together, I think we always have like a connection with each other.
You mentioned you, Paxton and Quinn. You guys all got the call up to the under 20 team. Crazy time in between. You finished the season in NYCFC before the Red Bulls game. You got 3 games: Brazil, Colombia, Mexico. What's it like to go play in that experience, and again to be able to do it together?
Yeah, I mean, it's always good being with those two when you're away, especially when you don't know a lot of people there. It gives you like a sense of home, kind of. And then it's always fun playing for the national team. But like, obviously, the results weren't great, but it was just a good learning experience against some of the best countries in the world.
You know, we've talked about you and this group of guys that have kind of grown up together. You've also had somebody in your own household who you grew up playing soccer with and actually had a chance to play against. How competitive were you and your brothers growing up? And then what was it? What was the experience like as you got to play against him and score against his team?
Me and him, we were competitive at everything we do. Not even soccer wise, like who finishes their food first, like everything you can imagine, we're competitive with. So just playing against him, it was weird at first because I'm always used to passing him the ball and everything. So when I first saw him, I was like, oh, I might pass it to him, but I couldn't. And he fouled me. He got a yellow card because his coach told him to foul me.
Did,
So is that gonna come
did
up?
your parents say anything?
No, they were happy with him because he fouled me. They were happy with him. He's the favorite.
Something tells me that's going to come up at Thanksgiving dinner when you
Oh,
guys.
wait. So I have a question about that. This is Thanksgiving week. You said that you even have competitions about who finishes first. Are there any Thanksgiving traditions where you guys have an eating contest or something where you have to compete against each other?
No, it's not even. My dad always wins. He's like a vacuum cleaner. I don't know how he does it, but like it's just like anything you can like video games. We always play on Thanksgiving, and then we go out and play like 1v1. I usually win, I think, but he'll disagree with that. But it's always competitive between us.
So you go play 1v1 in the game that you guys played. The second game was a draw, but you scored to make it a tie. Does that give you a little bit of bragging rights on him that you scored against his team?
Yeah, for sure. I don't let him hear the end of that since I scored on him, and then he scored later on in the game and it was disallowed. So I always get at him for that.
Do you bring the videotape over so you can just play it over and over again?
Yeah, every time I see him, I show him the video of it.
We've talked about Thanksgiving week. Obviously, we got to ask you. Athletes comment on their food all the time. You got a favorite Thanksgiving food?
Uh, I would say mac and cheese probably. And turkey's a little dry.
We're pro mac and cheese here, by the way, at the Heart of Sports. So we're with you on that.
Well, that to speak for yourself. I mean, look, Matt, I think it was Matt Judon who started this whole controversy this week about that he hates mac and cheese. I mean, have you had a chance? You have a Twitter account. Have you gone back and Matt Judon about your love of mac and cheese?
Gonna need to now. He's prepping for a game. So Jack, you've got another big game coming up against Nashville this week. Get to be at home again. What's the preparation like? Obviously, a different week with the holiday in between. Nashville played later than you guys. What's it like for you guys as you get ready for the game this Sunday?
Yeah, obviously we've had a longer time to prepare than them. They played yesterday, so we have a longer training week than them, which gives us more preparation time. So I think we're going to be very prepared, know how they play, know how we want to play, and just execute on the field.
One of the things, I mean, the younger group of you and Paxton, you and Quinn have been very close because you played together. But one of the things that at least what we've observed from the outside, talking to a lot of your teammates, is how close all of you are as a team. What has it been like, and what have you experienced as far as how the veteran players have kind of brought you all into the fold, and you've been able to mesh as the season goes on?
Yeah, I think we all three of us learn a lot from them every day, whether it's on and off the field, like how they take care of their body, how they eat, what they do to prepare for training, and like there's a lot of role models that we have in the locker room, like Ale Bedoya. He's played in World Cups, and he's just a good guy to look up to. So I think all three of us can learn a lot from them every day.
What's it like for you to come into a locker room as the young guy with these guys who have played all around the world? You've had some international experience in terms of the U.S. men's call-ups, but you come in. How do you kind of carve out your niche there? What's that been like for you?
I think every day I just play with confidence. I know what I can do on the field, so I just think when you come up here and like you can't be scared to play, like you have to play how you know how to play. That's why you got signed. So you just have to show that every day on the training field.
Jack, we can't thank you enough for the time today. We wish you the best of luck against Nashville this weekend, and can't wait to keep following you both with the men's national team and with the Union. Go get them this weekend, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys so much.